to TV Plus. My name is Sushi. Thank you so much for joining me on another exciting episode of Inside Blockchain, the one show that focuses on blockchain startups in Africa. Today I've got a very amazing guest with me in the studio. I have with me Mr. Cedric Wachira, and he's the Secretary General of the Blockchain Association of Kenya. It's so great to have you on the show today, Mr. Cedric.
Thank you, Sushi, for having me over.
Yes, how are you today?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine.
Nairobi weather?
Of course, it's so cool and so cozy. It's so nice. I can't wait to be back here.
Okay.
Yes, so you're the Secretary General of the Blockchain Association of Kenya. So tell me, how's that office for you like?
We've been in existence for 9 months now. We started last year. We're a bunch of enthusiasts, technologists, investors in cryptocurrency came together and realized that we needed to have like a single voice to properly understand what is happening in the crypto world, not only here in Kenya, but also outside the country.
Yeah. Okay, so what are your duties? What are your duties exactly as the Secretary General of the association?
Mine is to coordinate, and also I'm a source of information. Knowledge sharing, because we live in an information economy where people have to have the right information when they're doing investments in cryptocurrency. When there are issues, because it's technology, people need to know what issues are and how it can affect them when they're interacting with the technology.
Okay, you said it was formed, this association was formed sometime around last year. When exactly was
this was around August last year.
August last year. So why was it formed? What exactly was the reason for it being formed?
Like I'd mentioned earlier, is because people need to understand. We needed people who understand the technology coming together. They can able to cultivate and involve as many people as possible, because the way the technology is built, it's community based. So we needed to build a community. So what better way than to have a single vehicle that can bring all the community members together?
Okay, and at the time that it was formed, it was like the first blockchain association of any country in Africa at that time that it was formed, yeah?
Yes, we were the first blockchain association in this continent. So recently, last week I attended the African Blockchain Conference in Kampala. We have now as a sister blockchain association, the Blockchain Association of Uganda.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so what exactly are the duties that this particular association carries out, and what kind of information does it give out to the public to sensitize them about blockchain technology, about cryptocurrencies? I know that in Kenya, the use of cryptocurrencies is very high, very, very high. So how exactly does this association, bring this information, this kind of information to the public? What's the process like?
When it comes to obtaining cryptocurrency, there's the issue of whom are you buying from and whom are you selling to. Or once you've acquired the cryptocurrency, there's this issue that comes up on where do I send this cryptocurrency to? For example, what wallet do I use? What are the risks of using such a wallet? What are the vulnerabilities that exist? That kind of information. So basically, we are in the business of giving the correct information.
How exactly do you give the correct information to the general public?
We've already had some outs, meaning we've met people in different forums. The association has been able to organize 2 events. So what we've done is that during these events we get to tell people about how to go about trading. We get to tell them what coins to buy based on some technical and fundamental analysis that is usually done.
All right. And being that this association was the first to be formed in this continent, how was it taken by the people? What was the process through which the government had to go, to basically form the association? What was the process like?
The association is registered as a society by the government. So we are, by law, we are recognized. So that is a plus for us. And the association initially was made up of 15 members. So we decided to review our constitution so that we can have an additional segment of different classes of members joining the association. Yeah.
All right, and how was it taken by the people of Kenya, by the people of Nairobi? Nairobi is like the hub of Kenya. How was it taken by the people when this association was formed?
Well, there's one common question that I usually get every time I'm meeting people. Once I introduce myself as the Secretary General, people usually ask me, when can we join? How do we join? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so apologies for that. There are a couple of things that we just needed to sort before we can open up the membership.
Okay. So that means when this association was formed, the people were very happy about it, and it was taken with so much goodwill from the people.
Exactly. So you can see there's a lot of excitement and people want to be part of the association.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the plans that this particular association has for the economy of Kenya, for the welfare of the people of Kenya? I know, is there the Kenyan government, are they planning to incorporate blockchain technology in some aspects, some sectors of the economy?
What has happened is that 4 months ago, there was a special task force that was formed by the Ministry of ICT. And there was a lot of good vibe coming from the president of the country. His Excellency basically initiated that he wants the government, he wants the country to understand what artificial intelligence and blockchain can do for this economy. So through the ICT Minister, John Msheru, they're able to constitute a 12-man task force. Okay. Yeah, so basically what they are going to do, they are building a roadmap. I think they're going to be releasing a report very soon. But when you talk to people who work in financial institutions like banks, you'll hear their chief information officers, their IT managers really wanting to understand how this technology works. And they've already seen certain cases of how this technology can work for those institutions.
All right. Okay. So what rate would you say the adoption of blockchain technology is being taken by officials in different sectors of the economy and by the people of Kenya? At what rate would you say the adoption of this technology is being taken?
If you look at the adoption right now, there's a lot of understanding that is going on. People are trying to work around how does this technology work and what it can do for them. So at this point, you're still at the theoretical stage of trying to understand the technology. But we've not come across any actual implementation or solution. But I've had, and I need to confirm, I've had some technology institution, saying that they have actually built solutions around the technology.
So in your personal opinion, what sectors would you say are in dire need of blockchain technology? I mean, you were at the Africa Blockchain Conference 2018, which was held in Kampala, Uganda. Yes. So in your own opinion, what sectors, what areas of government would you say blockchain technology is needed very, very quickly?
Okay. If the government has got so many agencies, so you have somewhere you go to register for an identification card. You have somewhere where you go to register for birth certificate. When you get to the age of 18, you need a driving license. So if you look at how it is constituted right now, we are like in silos. So such a platform will work for such silos, different government agencies sharing that information. Because blockchain is all about storing of data. Yeah, and it becomes a source of truth.
Of course. So you're of the opinion that blockchain technology can definitely help Africa in its transformation and help Africa upscale, and definitely achieve its goals?
Yes. Service delivery will be key to be tackled by things like using blockchain technology. We're going to reduce a lot of friction, the people involved in sharing information. We are going to see that having a direct effect on how people receive government services. For example, we're going to remove things like corruption, because this is information that once is stored in using the technology cannot be changed. Yeah.
Of course. Now, are there any plans to incorporate this knowledge of blockchain technology in maybe academia, or academia of the normal students out there? Are there plans? You say your association is basically about passing information on blockchain technology to the general public, the right information. So, and some of the channels are by events. Yeah, but then I feel that if this technology is supposed to be taken by very young people, it would also be right for them to learn about it from their classroom. So once it's learned from there, nobody out there can say this is not true. It can give them what is not true. So are there any plans to incorporate blockchain technology, the knowledge of blockchain technology, into their schoolwork, into their what's it called again? Basically into their schoolwork. Is there any plan?
When it comes to sharing information, we usually look at it from an academia angle, and we have such things that are currently happening here in Kenya. For example, there's the EOS blockchain. So what they've done in Nairobi, they've set up some sort of a function that is involved in development. So what they do, they've gotten people who have finished colleges and high school, and what they're doing, they're giving them the academic knowledge on how to develop applications.
But wouldn't you, sorry to cut you short, but don't you think it would be better if these people were, fed this information even whilst they're still in school?
Yes, you see the issue
like in their curriculum. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Exactly. The thing is that blockchain is starting to become popular in Kenya. So plans are underway for people to develop curriculums that can be used in colleges and universities. It's still a new phenomenon here in this part of the world. Yeah. So that is something that we expect to see in the next few months or in the next 1 year or two at most, whereby they are going to incorporate blockchain into curriculum. Same way that traditional technology companies have done it, like Oracle, SAP, who have academies within, universities or colleges. Yeah, so we're gonna see that happening, because there's a lot of things that can happen using the technology. So we are going to see that the technology being part of the academic.
Okay, thank you so much. I've had a very, very interesting chat with you. So right now we have actually run out of time. What are your final words to people out there who are blockchain enthusiasts, people who love the technology, countries out there who do not have associations like your country has right now? What are your final words to them?
We are going to see a lot of disruption. With the kind of we'll see new job roles coming up. We'll have things like blockchain architects, blockchain programmers, which are coming up. We'll see blockchain. There are a lot of things that are going to be happening. We'll also see something like the financial services being disrupted. We are going to see a lot of changes. This thing is here. We cannot focus on trying to really put a lot of emphasis in understanding how the technology works. I think we should. What should happen is that governments around the world should actually jump into this and learn as they go.
Okay, Mr. Wachira, what is your advice to countries out there who have not, formed blockchain associations yet? What's your advice to them?
Well, first of all, you have to bring people who have things in common. So what we did, we found people who have the cryptocurrency sort of mentality in common. We came together and decided to form the association. So I know bringing people together is usually an issue, but like we did with our sister association in Uganda, we sort of gave them a blueprint on how to get this thing started. We are always willing to share information on how to build an association based on our experience.
Okay. Yeah. So they should basically look for how to bring people together. So that's like the first and only step. Yes. What other steps are there to it? They have the detailed step like how to register the association. This is information we can easily share because we have different governments and the governments are sort of constituted differently. So you'll find probably in Kenya we are using the Ministry of Associations to register our society. Maybe in Nigeria they're using a different ministry. Maybe it could be the Ministry of ICT. So we have to see where that mandate lies in building such an association. But we are willing to help as the Blockchain Association of Kenya. We are willing to help based on our experience and our knowledge to try and have as many associations together. in this continent as possible.
Exactly.
That is so amazing. Thank you so much. Yes, you're still watching Crypto TV Plus. My name is Sushi, and I have been chatting with Mr. Wachira, the Secretary General of the Blockchain Association of Kenya. Thank you so much for joining me. Do not forget you can be part of this conversation. All you need to do is follow us on all social media platforms at Crypto TV Plus and log on to www.cryptotvplus for more crypto news and updates and interviews. My name is still Sushi, and until I come your way again, stay blessed.